Establish a quorum.
I was just going to say.
Gutenkopf.
Here. I only got to do it
Deuter.
once or twice.
Absent. Dunn.
Marty, say here.
Dunn. Here. Okay, that's three. Leader.
Here.
Polumsky.
Here.
Graham.
Here.
Hipskin. Absent. York.
Here.
Levin.
Here.
Healy.
Here.
Kennedy. Here. Mulliner. Wagner.
Here.
I have 12 present, 2 absent, but Alderman Deuter is
Here.
here. She just missed her
sorry, I
name
did.
on the
I
roll
did.
call,
I'm not
but
used to
she's
being
here. Okay,
12 and 2.
12 present,
12 and-
2 absent.
Oh. 12 present, 2 absent. We have a quorum. We
No,
are
that's not right. 11 present,
1 absent.
1, no, I'm getting confused.
13, 12 and 1.
12 present, 1 absent,
Okay, we have a motion.
which is Hipskin. Sorry.
12 present, 1 absent. We have a quorum. We are in a committee of the whole. For the agenda item 2, are there any announcements? No announcements. Seeing no announcements, we'll move on to the public comment portion of this meeting. Chief Ruth, would you like to say anything? Is there anybody else present who would like to have a public comment? I'm getting indications of no from all 4 folks in the audience. We'll move on to item number 4, business before the committee. Just to set this up, and then Mike Hughes is here. But for the election and the absence of a few committee meetings, this normally would have gone through Public Works. But it is of a time-sensitive nature, and actually, the decision to move forward with the committee of the whole was made before I had finished pulling together the committees. So a whole confluence of events is why we are here this evening, and without anything from City Manager Grabowski, I'll move it over to either Mike Hughes or Alderman Kennedy. This was before your former committee.
Correct.
Is there anything you want to add, or do you want to let Mike Hughes take over?
I'm going to let Mike start.
Okay.
If there's anything there.
Mr. Hughes, if you could bring us up to speed on agenda item 4A, dry sludge storage building amendment number 1, construction services.
Thank you, Mayor. It just doesn't get any more exciting than this. I appreciate the City Council convening and a committee of the whole. This is a very time-sensitive issue for the city. As you may or may not have been following closely, the city has had a requirement put upon it. All municipalities in Illinois have restricting the time of year that they can land apply sludge, biosolids. It took place in August of 2011 and was effective immediately. So the city currently has a sludge dry storage bed, which is used in the winter months. But due to the loss of 60 days of land application, we now have to store more. So we evaluated with our consultants the best way to get that done, and it was create a dry storage bed which would be one with a roof on it. That was originally in the plans for the digester project, but once this legislation was enacted, that structure would have been too small, so there was a move to put a roof over the existing dry sludge storage bed. The reason we're putting a roof over it is because, again, we've lost 60 days of land application. Normally, we truck it out to a farm. It's land applied. It's all approved by the EPA. It's all, reuse, basically, of materials. So, but with the additional amount that we're going to have, it will no longer fit on that storage bed. I asked the question, well, how does it fit now and it won't then, or how does a roof help it fit? It's a liquid, and the wetter it gets, the more it expands, and so the size of the pad took into account that it was going to get wet over the winter months and wouldn't sit as thick on the bed as it will when it's wet. So it expands over the winter, if you will. So the bed that exists doesn't have capacity to hold that. So the only other way to get it to fit was cover it with the roof. So that's what this contract is. A couple of things that add to the time sensitivity. November 15th is the last day of the year we can land apply in the fall. So if we can be done before then we won't incur any other costs or incur additional costs. In addition, we're financing this through the EPA loan program. We can't make application until we have the resolution that shows that the city is committed to doing this. We did look at landfilling the sludge, which is, legal. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not special waste. It's fine for landfill. But what we calculated was currently, with our current system, it costs us about $265 per 20-yard truckload to dispose of the biosolids. Hauling it to a landfill would be more around $740 a truck, so it triples the cost. So there's definitely a savings to getting the roof on it and being able to store it for the duration we need to.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Hughes? So if I can summarize, Mr. Hughes, this issue ultimately is time sensitive. We need to pass a resolution. The city needs to pass a resolution in order to apply for a low percentage loan. And then it's also time sensitive because we want to get this built by November.
Correct.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? I did talk to City Attorney Storino about how to move forward with Committee of the Whole on this, and his belt and suspenders suggestion was that we get a motion for the two individual items. You should have all received a copy of the reports that we're all going to be, not we, I'm not included. You should have gotten a copy of the report in your regular packet that's on the regular agenda for this evening that you all will be asked to sign. So, that having been said, I will entertain a motion to approve the report for dry sludge storage construction services. Alderman Kennedy with the motion.
Point of order first.
Sure.
Do we need two separate, there are two separate reports, so we're doing them one at a time?
One is for the construction services to amend our agreement with Baxter and Woodman to provide for the design services that they're providing. The second is actually, and maybe Mike will explain more, the second is actually the construction agreement with Barnes. Is it not, Mike?
I apologize, I should explain it. The first one, the extension to the Baxter Woodman contract is for construction oversight. Baxter Woodman designed the roof, and now we need someone in the field to oversee the construction. That's what that addition is for, sorry.
So do you want?
Is your question whether or not we can do it all with one vote?
No.
No, we need to do it separate is what I'm saying.
Do it separate.
So if we're, but I don't know which one we're doing first. so-
Services.
You want me to
Construction
read the
serv-
recommendation?
Sure. Patty, for clarification, Clerk Spencer, please read the recommendation for construction services.
The construction, let's see. Okay. It is therefore the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole. Oh,
The construction
the
services, that's the
construction.
first one on there.
Wasn't this one?
Baxter Woodman, correct?
Yeah. Or from John.
This one
Byrne.
here. Read this one, Patty.
I had, no, this one, okay. It is therefore the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole, and that the city attorney be authorized to prepare the appropriate documents to amend the contract with Baxter Woodman as outlined above, due to time constraints imposed by the construction season and regulatory constraints of Illinois EPA regarding low-interest loan approval. The committee further recommends that the rules be suspended to allow the approval of the resolution approving said contract amendment on the same night. Respectfully submitted, the Committee of the Whole. And,
Okay, so good point. We're also, this committee would be recommending to suspend rules. We will be approving, should this move forward, the report from the Committee of the Whole and then also the resolution. So with that having been stated, can I get a motion? Alderman Kennedy and Alderman Dunn with the second. Clerk Spencer, please call the roll.
Kennedy.
Aye.
Dunn.
Aye.
Leader. Aye. Palumski.
Aye.
Graham.
Aye.
Hipskin, absent. York.
Aye.
Levin.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Mulliner.
Aye.
Wagner.
Aye.
Gutenkopf.
Aye.
Deuter.
Aye.
That's 12 ayes, 0 nays, 1 absent.
12 ayes, 0 nays, 1 absent, that motion passes. On to the approval of the report, which coincides with agenda item 4B, which is the construction contract at the Elmhurst Water Reclamation Facility. Clerk Spencer, please read the recommendation.
It is therefore the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole that the bid for the construction of the new dry sludge storage building at the City of Elmhurst Water Reclamation Facility from John Burns Construction Company, Orland Park, Illinois, in the amount of $940,000 be accepted contingent upon receipt of a loan offer from IEPA. Furthermore, due to time constraints imposed by the construction season and the regulatory constraints of the Illinois EPA regarding low-interest loan approval, the committee further recommends that the rules be suspended to allow the approval of the resolution approving said contract amendment on the same night. Respectfully submitted, the Committee of the Whole.
Very good. I need a motion to put this before us. Alderman Kennedy with the motion. Alderman Gutenkopf with the second. Any discussion? Seeing none, I ask Clerk Spencer. Alderman Gutenkopf.
Pardon me, Mr. Mayor. I did have a question about the fund line, because I was under the impression that we were looking at some of this funding in earlier budgets, but we did not carry funding forward. Is that correct?
Director Hughes, you want to give that a...
Yeah, we did have a lower number, I forget, it was 650,000 or something in the budget, 700,000 two years ago. And then as we were doing the design, we discovered the soils in the area are terrible. So we had to redo the design to incorporate larger footings. I believe we're on caissons at this point. And so there was about a $200,000 addition. That fiscal year had gone through, had run its course. So it was just rebudgeted into this year in an amount large enough to cover all of it. So nothing was carried forward, it's just a rebudgeting.
Alderman Dunn?
Yes, Director Hughes, if you can just comment on the timing of the low-interest loan process. Does the IEPA have all our information, and are we expecting a response very soon?
We actually had to include the resolution with the application, so we're good to go. Once we have the resolution, it will all go off. I'm not sure what the timing to hear back is, but Gary Smith reports and Baxter Woodman reports this is very much loan eligible.
Any other questions? Clerk Spencer, please call the roll.
Kennedy.
Aye.
Gutenkopf.
Aye.
Deuter.
Aye.
Dunn.
Aye.
Leader.
Aye.
Kolumski.
Aye.
Graham.
Aye.
Pipskin, absent. York.
Aye.
Levin.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Mulliner.
Aye.
Wagner.
Aye.
12 ayes, 0 nays, 1 absent.
12 ayes, 0 nays. That motion passes. We're done with 4B. I'd ask for a motion to adjourn.
13 ayes. Point of order?
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn. Alderman Levin, Alderman Kennedy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. See you in 13 minutes.
Okay.